Our first question, what personal qualities and past experience do you believe make you the best candidate for mayor for the city of Vicksburg, a mayor that will grow and expand our economy? John Ferguson.
My experience on the Board of Supervisors, as president of that board for the 5 of the first 8 years that I served on that board in terms of leadership. A board that didn't accept me initially and who found in me the leadership that they need to appoint to vote for me as president for 5 of those 8 years. I've always worked in the community to make improvements, working with others and dealing with the progress that this city and county needs. My leadership in managing budgets, my leadership in getting things accomplished, in working with the Port Commission. I'm presently a member of the Port Commission, bringing businesses, recruiting business, helping existing business to expand, to provide job training, is the experience that I bring. I want to continue that progress that the Port Commission as economic developer for this community, keep it going. We need jobs, bringing business and recruiting business and providing job training through the facilities that we have is part of my experience, what I've done for this community. Building public facilities. As supervisor, I built a park, baseball park in King, a fire station that was initially a volunteer fire department that's now used by the city. In terms of, I want to continue that leadership.
David Day.
Thank you. That's a great question because a city in a large part is identified by the mayor. The progress of a city, the investment in a city, the comfort level and the ideas of a city come together behind the person who's in charge of leading that. We have a 3-person group who are the political leaders of the community, and in this room right now we have a lot of people who are the business leaders of this community. But the heart of the community is the people. And so if you can't connect with the people, if people don't believe that you're someone who has their best interest at heart, you're not going to have a whole lot of luck getting anything else done. As far as it relates to what is the personal quality that I have, we have a restaurant. We serve. We've served the people every day. We've done that our whole lives. That's what we know. That's all we know, quite honestly, and that is business and how to serve. If you have a mayor in there who's looking out for the lawyers or the politicians or the millionaires, that's who they're serving. We need a mayor in there who's going to serve the people. Someone who wants to grow jobs, someone who's looking out for how to create those jobs. And that's what I'll bring to the mayor's office. We need a moral candidate in there. We need someone who, I believe, is based in some firm religious foundation. I'm a Christian. I believe in Christian values. I hope that doesn't offend anyone. I know that's not popular to say these days. But that is the point from which I would proceed. From a Christian morality of what we need to do. You also have to be tough as a mayor. We got some tough choices in front of us. We have a very tight budget. We're going to have to make some tough decisions as we go forward. We have to repair the image of our city. We have to make a choice in this mayoral election about who's going to be the best candidate to move the city forward. And you have to make that choice. This is a tough choice for you. You've got some good candidates up here. There's a couple of people sitting at this table who could be a very good mayor. You have to decide who's a good moral choice, who's going to be the best moral leader for our community. Thank you.
George Flags.
Before I talk about my experience, let me just talk about what a father taught me at an early age that couldn't read and write. He said, son, you lead by example. And I've always carried that. Your reputation precedes you. You can Google me and you won't see anything negative of me. That's pretty good for 25 years. But having said that, I'm a coalition builder. What I do is put people together. I'm a listener. What I do, I listen to people. The other thing that I do is that I connect. When the President of the United States, President Obama, had trouble with the Fifth of the Cliff, he called me from the state of Mississippi because I have a reputation across this country of working with people and crossing our party lines and trying to do what's right for the state of Mississippi, for this nation. I will use that as connection. When I go to Washington, D.C. to represent the city as your CEO or your ambassador of this city, I won't be no stranger. I know all the congressional delegation by name. I want to be able to go there and get those resources and bring them back to Vicksburg. Yes, Vicksburg can do better if we all work together. I want to work with everybody in this city. I want to be the kind of mayor that their youth will be proud of if they can emulate what I do. I want to be able to show that we can bring the kind of jobs to this city that we so desperately need. Vicksburg can be anything it wants to be. We have the capital human resources. We have unlimited resources. We have a river. We have a I-20. And we have everything we need. We just need a leader that will propose to the state of Mississippi, to this nation, proposals that will get things done.
Paul Winfield.
It's a wonderful question. I'm a former student athlete. I led other young men on the field. I led them through college, and I led through law school. And whether you know it or not, I've shaken some things up in this town. You see, it didn't take me 25 years to get along with everybody and not bring anything to this town. In 4 years, you can drive around this city and see people working all over Vicksburg. Ladies and gentlemen, those are results. You're sitting in a mall that most of you probably haven't shopped in over the last 10 years because it was dead. Those are results. Our economy, you're not going to hear anybody say the economy has been doing bad, and if they do, you better tell them to Google it. Vicksburg's economy has grown dollar for dollar. That's not anything the mayor's making up, it's real. So if you want somebody who's going to be real and represent you and care about you and your concerns, don't vote for the guy that you like, that gets along with everybody. You better support the man that stays on the front line, Paul Winfield. I am a true leader. I have been blessed to be in this role. You'll never hear me cry about my trials and tribulations because I'm a real man and I'm going to work hard for the people who elect me to continue to work hard for them.
Personal qualities and past experience. I think I mentioned before that I'm the only one up here that has the most municipal government experience. My first administration was 93 through 97 with Levi's and Don Miller. Most of the things that we did was to key in to bring in tourism. So we built the convention center, we built the Hall Ferry baseball park, we did a lot of neighborhood parks for the children. Under Robert Walker administration and Sam Habib administration, our key goal was street paving and putting in reserves. So we built up $11 million reserves for the city. My last administration was with Lawrence Lyons and Sid Bowman. Our key there was business attraction. So that's when we did the tax abatement, we did the tax credit incentives, we tried to do urban renewal, anything that would help bring people to the city of Vicksburg. And that's what I bring to you, the experience and the qualities that the city of Vicksburg needs. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, that is a very good question. Here's what people say about me. They say that I'm passionate. They say I'm energetic. They say I'm determined. They say I'm pushy. They say I'm bossy. Well, I think that that is what this city needs. As I told you earlier, I'm a mother, I'm a grandmother, and I have been married to my husband for 28 wonderful years. To move this city forward, what we need to do is to come together as a community. We must get the basics right first. And right now, We really need to bring all the major stakeholders together. By that I mean the Warren County Board of Supervisors, the Board of Mayor and Aldermen, the VCVB, the Convention Center, the Port Commission, leaders of the black community, leaders of the white community. In order to move this city forward, we must set an agenda for this entire city. What has happened for so long is that an agenda has been set for the very few. And over the years, when the majority is left out, you get our failing schools. You also get lack of job opportunities and lack of businesses moving into our community. We need a vision, and the way we're going to get a division is you must bring those stakeholders together, and we have to send this city in the right direction. If we're not focused and you got an individual idea here, an individual there, it will be difficult to move this city forward. My vision is to bring us together from all walks of life and improve the quality of life for all Vicksburg citizens.